This program is sponsored in part by the South Bend Education Foundation.
Coming up on today's show,
a class at Riley High School literally soared in the stratosphere. We'll take you to the event.
with Clay closing, what's happening to the memorabilia that hung on the walls? We have the answers.
It's been an amazing year for our media program. We show you how we celebrated.
All this and more on Buzz in the Bend. Hello and welcome to Buzz in the Bend, Indiana's award-winning student news magazine. I'm June Freeman from John Adams High School.
And I'm Malik Deli, also from John Adams High School. This is our final show of the season. Now let's see what's going on in the Bend.
Between 900 and 1,300 locations around the world routinely launch weather balloons 2 to 4 times a day. Recently, Seth Ponder's aerospace class at Riley High School got in on the action with their own weather balloon release.
We're sending this balloon up to collect some data on the temperature and atmosphere at high altitudes.
Sending a weather balloon into near space isn't as easy as it might appear. For months, Mr. Ponder's aerospace class has been planning the event, starting with building a data gathering triangle that attaches to the weather balloon.
We have a GoPro that is going to, take some footage for us. We have a beacon. This will, if it's up in a tree or if it's, in the woods or something, it makes a noise. It's a loud beep that we can hear to let us know where it is. And we have some sensors.
To help get the project off the ground, the class broke into 4 research teams.
Safety and legal teams and communications. Every team has their own responsibility with making this project and this, event possible.
I've learned a lot about the process of communicating, since that's the team I'm on, with the people. I've written a lot of emails and it's been good practice for work world.
For example, there are rules about where launches can be done without permits. Therefore, the team had to seek permission and make plans about where to launch from.
We have to launch 5 miles out from South Bend Airport. Riley is about 4.8 miles, and Jackson is 5.1 miles outside of the boundary.
The class used a special website to predict where the balloon would land, as well as other data.
It has certain algorithms and stuff that tracks the wind and where it will carry, and then what altitude it will pop at, and then how it will fall.
In addition, the class had a team to live stream the event and answer questions.
On there, we will answer any questions that people might, have, and lead you guys and sort of explain what we're doing throughout the process.
Finally, the day arrived.
That we're getting ready to launch, we're going to hope that it clears all of its obstacles and has a safe travel. Our ceiling is estimated at 60 to 100,000 feet.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There it goes.
Woo! Oh my gosh.
The balloon cruised at an average speed of 30 miles an hour, once reaching up to 70 miles per hour. At its maximum height, it climbed up to 70,000 feet with a temperature of negative 31 degrees Fahrenheit. The parachute deployed perfectly as it landed just east of White Pigeon, Michigan in a cornfield. For Buzz in the Bend, I'm Maya Mason.
The end of this school year is bittersweet for many in the South Bend Schools family because Clay High School is closing its doors for the last time. That got us thinking, what will happen with all the school's memorabilia? Tyler Reddy brings us a story.
It was an extenuous project because, again, I wanted to do right by everybody. So trying to make sure that we archive the history of Clay High School.
Al Hartman, Clay High School's athletic director, has a monumental task of storing the high school's memorabilia. That means 700 photos plus 50 banners were scanned individually and stored. and 300 trophies were put into shadow boxes.
I've had probably close to 1,000 people contact me, if not more. We've had people calling that their dad graduated in 1942, and they want to know if we have a picture of their dad from 1942.
To clarify, only people with personal items such as valedictorian pictures or individual trophies may pick up their items.
We're not giving away like Clay keepsakes. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get you back stuff that belongs to those individuals.
He was amazed about some of the interesting items he has found in the cases.
Clay swimming in the 70s, was a state runner-up. They had multiple state champions. Clay track in the 1990s was sectional, regional, semi-state champion. Like I said, our conference title in basketball in 1935.
Both sectional and state trophies will go to the South Bend History Museum.
Trophies will go to, some of them are going to the Basketball Hall of Fame because obviously we won the state championship in 1994. That memorabilia will go down there.
Some of the money Clay High School's athletics has raised will follow the athletes to their new schools.
It is amazing to see, again, the history of Clay High School.
Anyone who wants to get personal memorabilia from Clay High School may pick it up Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 6 p.m. for the rest of May, and from the first week of June from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Reporting from Clay High School, I'm Tyler Gretting for Buzz in the Bend.
Last Friday, we rolled out the red carpet for our first annual media program showcase. The event highlighted award-winning work our class created during the year, which included news and sports, broadcasts, short films, music videos, and more. Our guest speaker was alumni Alex Almanza, who is now a photojournalist for WTHR-TV in Indianapolis. Alex encouraged students to follow their dreams and to take risks to pursue their passions.
Knock on that door. Just keep on learning. Be curious. Because at the end of the day, the only guaranteed no, again, is the one that you never asked for.
Students also received several recognitions. Reese Kissel and Lydia Thurston were awarded CTE medallions for their work in our class, and Matthew Pandori Tesley received Exceptional Media Student in celebration of 3 years of dedication and excellence.
I think that I've realized my passion and what I want to do for the rest of my life in the CTE program. But thank you so much for being a part of that, and I don't think I'll ever forget it.
If you missed it, don't worry. You can watch a recording of the entire event on our YouTube channel.
During the showcase, we also screened a new short documentary celebrating 65 years of WETL 91.7 FM. Lydia Thurston dug deep and brings us the incredible history of our student radio station.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WETL 91.7 The Mix, South Bend. We're coming at you live from WETL Studios here at Riley High School.
WETL 91.7 is a radio station founded in South Bend, Indiana, by educators for educators.
Well, WETL started out in 1958, and it started out in Tippecanoe Place, which is the restaurant now, on the top floor.
It was created with the purpose of providing knowledge in a whole new way.
Students would be given these pamphlets, and so those pamphlets, they could listen to WETL, and they could follow along with some of the programs that were being presented.
And the teachers knew, oh, it's 10:15. They would tune into the radio in their classroom. I would put it on the tape machine and play it into their classrooms. And it was started by a gentleman named Howard Uhrig, and another teacher named Jerry Limbert.
Like, what do you do for a living? And he'd say, my job is to go in and I sit down at a blank piece of paper every single day. And I have to translate these textbooks, whether it's math, science, history, other, into at least 15-minute blocks of programming for the kindergarten through 6th grade.
But sadly, WETL's educational programs came to a stop in 1999 when Jerry retired.
No one took that position to do that, so that's when they changed to automation, because they kind of phased out the classroom lessons. The teachers weren't that they thought they weren't that interested. But after we stopped playing them into the classroom, I would get requests every week to have these lessons put on cassette so they could play them in the classroom.
Where it went from less original creations of programs and dramas and that type of thing to more of just playing music and just letting people come in and play music. And I think a lot of the creation was lost.
Even though it may seem as if WETL radio has devolved from its educational roots, that is far from the truth. It still remains as an educational platform to teach students valuable life skills.
It kind of teaches you to think on your feet, make sure that you're not only working with your time management, but also just having fun. And they're skill sets I use today.
So when I first started the program, I wasn't really too fond of the radio portion of it, but I am grateful that we had to experience that because I feel like it gave me good communication skills between people and just in general.
It's one thing to theoretically talk about doing a radio show, but to be on the radio is a totally different thing. And being in the hot seat in the live booth or doing voice tracking, doing shows is really, really helpful and the best way to learn.
WETL has had an extensive background as well as many memories surrounding the station.
I grew up with my dad at that office in that radio station, and I remember being there. You know, when I was 7, I was doing on-air promotions for WETL. So even though I never went to South Bend schools, I was kind of like the I don't want to say illegal WETL employee, but I was the off-the-books employee.
I remember one of our biggest people that we've been able to contact was Jay Leno. When Jay Leno talked to us, we had COVID. Kind of took everything over. We reached out to his team and we were like, hey, we want something to kind of rally up the troops here, and we want something just kind of send off the class of 2020 with a big bang. And so he reached out to us. Al Roker reached out to us. Dean Norris. I mean, we're talking like big A-listers. Something that you really never knew that that could happen. But those are some of the people that we were able to just kind of talk to, and it's been a ride. It was quite a ride. I miss it. I miss it a lot.
I first became aware of the radio station back when I was in college as an IUSB student, and I was doing video editing, and I needed a place to edit, and I got to do some video editing at the South Bend School building, and got to meet Jerry at least there, and he was very intrigued with what I was doing because not a lot of people were using that system in there. They didn't really have a video class at the time, and so I actually got to present the movie I was editing to his radio class to kind of talk about it. And so that was really my first experience with WETL and what they were doing, and it's pretty exciting.
If I was brought up without radio or without the TV production, I don't know what I would have been.
Hopefully, WETL's legacy will live on and we'll get another 65 years out of the station. Happy birthday, WETL.
Recently, Riley High School was recognized by Project Lead the Way as a 2023 through 2024 Distinguished School. PLTW recognizes schools across the U.S. for their efforts to provide access to transformative learning experiences for students through computer science and engineering programs. Last week, they showcased student work at their annual Innovation Fair.
So tonight is the 14th annual Innovation Fair here at Riley High School, where our seniors in the capstone classes show off the projects that they've been working on and solving and designing all year long. I think it's great to have this kind of event because these students come up with the wildest and greatest ideas and blow my mind, and so just to show it off to the community is just kind of leveling them up and practicing their communication skills like this. A couple of them that blew my mind was the airless bike tire. That one, I kept asking them questions, they went through prototype after prototype after prototype and finally got a really good design. And so their grit really shined in that one. This is the first year we've offered computer science to showcase, and so we've got some really nice computer designed ones, some VR headsets, So there's some really innovative things in there. It's something we keep doing every year, and every year the kids design bigger and better, and look forward to what happens next year in the years to come.
We reported earlier this month that South Bend School's intern program is celebrating 25 years in operation. Matthew Pandori Tesley shares the video he created for their event.
INTERN is celebrating 25 years of helping young adults with special needs get into the workforce.
It gives them the opportunity to be productive, to see growth.
These are students that are not on diploma track, they're on a certificate track. And so there might be places that they would not normally be able to find employment because they don't have a diploma. And these job sites that they go to, they would hire them because they would be on a certificate. They would hire them.
INTERN provides extensive training for all types of career jobs.
The kids at Holy Cross are taught how to do some food prep. They make pizzas, they make grilled cheese, they cut potatoes, other food prep type things.
They're involved in getting the dishes and scraping them off and running them through the sanitizer, unloading and stacking the dishes.
I clean tables, I do dishes, I do boxes, I take out the trash.
Students are given the opportunity to find and obtain jobs in their chosen field.
I've only done it for, I think, 7 years, but when I go out in the community and see kids that we've had and they're in jobs.
It started because the state was making some changes for our students and where they could earn a diploma and where they could earn a certificate. They said this is going to be the best option for our kids to be productive citizens in our community.
I have several students from either Young Adult Services or from one of the high schools. They go to a job site. I'm at Notre Dame North Dining Hall, and when they go to the job site, I'm back there with them, and I kind of coach them on what to do during the job period. I love working with the young people. They got great attitudes. They've got a good work ethic. They want to be there. It's something different than just being in a classroom. They're actually in a real world situation at a job site, and just to observe them enjoying what they're doing, being proud of what they're doing.
It just continues to grow, which is fabulous.
INTERN provides students with early work experience while helping them graduate.
I would like to be a law student at Ivy Tech College.
Right on.
They know they're getting credits, and a lot of them know that down the road that they could possibly find a position in one of those locations after they graduate.
They're not judged when they go to those job sites. I think school has been so hard for them typically that when they can go out to a job site and they work alongside peers that are adults, they're not judged, and they feel wanted and needed, and their confidence in those jobs grows.
Yeah, the people here are very nice because they're the reason why I wanted to work here.
I like my friends here very much.
I think the thing I enjoy the most is the relationship building. Just watching the kids build relationships with our business partners, with the chefs, with the dishwashers, with even students in the dining hall.
Dave Kebb is one of our managers here. His son is also through the program, and he's working, doing a great job for us at the store level.
When they told me that he was going to come here and do an intern with us, it was really exciting, and to leave in the morning knowing that I'm going to see him later in the afternoon, at work together, it's a pretty big deal.
It's great working with my dad here. It's not good, but it's great.
INTERN is steadily shrinking the border between those with disabilities and career-ready professionals. The students are constantly embarking on new and challenging tasks.
Working with the robot delivery service on Notre Dame campus, nobody ever would have thought that that was something that maybe our students could do, but we've done it.
Not only do they get great work experience, but the students also receive helpful employer and student benefits. Things like helpful career and life skills, encouragement to earn a diploma, and gaining a general understanding of the workplace are all incredibly valuable to the future workforce.
I think it's one of the best programs in South Bend schools.
South Bend Latin Dance is a group of talented Latin dancers who bring fun and social dancing opportunities in South Bend. Latin Wednesday is a weekly event that has been one of their longest regular hosted events at the Iron Hand Wine Barn. It starts at 7 p.m. with a 30-minute beginner lesson, so no experience is required. Then they continue with an open dance until 10 p.m. It's a great place to come, relax, and meet great people and learn Latin dancing. They welcome levels of dancing for all abilities and ages. And if you're not located in South Bend, they also have nearby dancing opportunities in Granger, Goshen, LaPorte, and Buchanan, Michigan. Next up, Reese Kissel brings us a roundup of this year's sports highlights at South Bend schools.
Hello, and welcome to Sports Zone. I'm Reese Kissel. As the school year wraps up, we look back to some of the highlights from our South Bend schools. Over at Riley, the varsity football team won the conference championship for the first time in over 55 years with an overall record of 10-2. Winning continued in basketball as the Wildcats recorded a 22-5 record on the season. Riley swimmer Christopher Bartmus won a state title in the 100 breaststroke at the IHSAA state finals with a time of 53.78. Lady Wildcat Naisha Jindelberger finished as a state runner-up during the girls wrestling state championship. The Wildcats end the year off on a good note, as girls track have sent the 4x100 team to state with a time of 49.57. Moving on to John Adams, senior Braylon Williams was recognized as the first team all-conference receiver for the football team as he recorded 458 yards on the year. Sophomore Jarvis Tolbert had an outstanding season for the Eagles basketball team as he was named an underclass honorable mention All-State while averaging 18.8 points for the Eagles. The John Adams baseball team is having an amazing year as they finish up the regular season with a record of 20-5. The Lady Panthers had a stellar season on the basketball court as they finished with an overall record of 19-5 with a conference record of 11-0 led by junior Kira Reynolds. Moving on to boys basketball, sophomore Steven Reynolds had a great year for the Panthers as he averaged 20.5 points per game and 8.5 rebounds per game. The Clay Colonials finished up their final year with their heads high. Varsity basketball finished up the regular season with a record of 13-11, led by sophomore Tyrese Jones. Colonial baseball finished up the year with a record of 4-3. Rachel Hunt had a great season for the Laney Colonials as she led the softball team in almost all categories, finishing with a batting average of 403. That about wraps it up for this year's sports recap. Good luck to all of our South Bend athletes next year. This has been Sports Zone, and I'm Reese Kissel signing off for the final time. It has been a joy serving as your sports anchor. Now back to the anchor desk.
Thanks, Reese. Before we go, we want to thank everyone for supporting our shows with the CTE Broadcast Media and Film program.
We had such a great time in this class and would love to leave you with some of our memories.
Thanks, Reese. Before we go, Thanks, Reese. Before we go, Thanks, Reese. Before we go, we want to thank.
It's too rushed. Thanks, Reese.
Go!
What?
Okay. Why you not pushing?
Places, you're scared, action. Oh no!
Oh my.
It's because like whenever journalist is like 3, 2, 1, I start laughing because like I know what I'm about to have to do in like rest.
Okay. Oh my God, Lydia. Okay. No, go back down. No.
Sarah, we can see your entire hand.
Alex Love joins us now with a look at weather.
Jeremiah, you're horrified.
Is charged with possession of a gun on educational property, which is also a felony.
What kind of stupid...
It's okay. Just keep it rolling. Just try to get...
What kind of stupid name is that for? What, you're trying to be an Irishman?
Don't laugh.
We can't even see her.
Sit down. Talk to it. Just gonna look here. All right. What is your name? What grade are you in?
My name is Jamal Dukes, Jamal Dukes.
Cameron Kendall. I'm a senior here at Riley High School.
I'm Tegan Ray, or Trevor, whatever people prefer to call me, and I am a senior.
What would you say was like your most fond memory you've had with this class?
Well, I don't really got a memory, but you know, getting close with everybody in class, I can say, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was the Halloween show that we did, and when it showcased, we all had like a big party, and that was pretty fun.
My name is Maya Mason, and I'm a senior. Some people that I didn't really expect to be friends with, I'm friends with now. Like junior year, I didn't really talk to the friends that I have now, so I feel like that's the biggest memory I'll remember.
And do you feel like you're gonna pursue a career in the communications media, video editing, all that kind of stuff? And like,
I have no idea so far.
Okay. Any like last final thoughts you want to give on just everything? Your experience in this CTE?
No.
Tim Richardson, media instructor.
Erica Celeste, assistant media instructor.
My favorite general memory is when students are actually making films, when they're working together, they're having fun, they're acting.
One of the best things I like doing every year is the shot-for-shot recreation. I mean, I don't think I'll ever forget Will standing in his underwear going woo 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 for the Anchorman shot-for-shot.
Wasn't really the worst, but it wasn't really fun enough for me to remember.
It's also great, of course, to win some awards. So this was our second year winning some stuff and getting new Media School of the Year through Indiana Association of School Broadcasters, and makes me very proud of the students and the work they do.
Yeah, I would recommend it to somebody because, I mean, if you enjoy filmmaking or journalism or any of that, it's definitely a good program to get into. So that's what you're up for. Go for it.
That wraps it up for this season of Buzz in the Bend. Be sure to check us out online at SBS-TV radio.org. I'm Jude Freeman.
And I'm Malik Dudley. Have a great summer, everyone.